Okay, so I have a story on how not to roast some coffee. So if you're roasting green beans, you're trying to get that perfect roast out of those, and you got something at home to help you do that, no matter what it is, I've got a really good blend I can recommend for you. Guatemalan. Basically, anything Guatemalan, you need one washed, one dry, and as long as you're on sweetmarias.com and you see that it says good for espresso, it's most likely going to be good. I go with like a 50-50 blend, and you can do that at home. I do a pre-blend, so you can just roast it all together, and it works out really well for me, except for this time. And but this time I work with a this. I work something like this. Okay, it's popcorn popper and a stove, and these canisters right here. I got these from Amazon. I think they were like maybe $20 or $24 for maybe a 3 pack. I can't remember exactly how much. But anyway, they're refillable and mine ran out. Okay, so I had to put another one on mid roast. I've never had to do that before, and that's been my one big fear. So taking them down to like almost to where they're empty is probably not a good idea. And now I know that that can happen. So I thought I messed up my roast, and I didn't know how long it had been like that. The roast was already at like past the part where it goes from like that wheat taste or wheat smell, to more so into the roasted smell. And so I had to switch it out, and I thought I messed it up. So I went ahead and went and roasted it more, a little bit longer than what I thought. And I ended up making these a dry or dark roast here. So this is the dry buena is what I call it. And it's a Guatemalan blend. It's my 50-50 blend. It's absolutely amazing. So good for espresso, but it's not so good dark. So I had to come up with something, and I was talking to ChatGPT, and I said, "Hey, I have a light Costa Rican that I could blend with it." So, and I had roasted that in 12, 20, 25. So it's what, like 20 days old, because it's the 10th of January, 2026. And you might think, Mike, but those beans are bad. Like, what's going on? How can you think you can use those? Those are stale and nasty now. And you would be right if you didn't put them in a freezer like I did. So they are amazingly perfect. I wouldn't, maybe not perfect, not like, as fresh as you possibly could get, but they're good. So I used 2080. So I used 20% Costa Rican, which was about 1.645 ounces. With the dry buena, the Guatemalan that I just made was 80% at 6.58 ounces. I mixed those together, so this was a post blend. So I had a pre blend with the two Guatemalans, one washed, one dry, and the washed one is a bourbon, by the way. And then I mixed that post blend with the Costa Rican, and the Costa Rican was a light roast. And ChatGPT said that I most likely would end up with more of a brighter cup, but yet still with the chocolatey flavors of the darker roast that I have. And it's not overly dark. And come to find out, it makes an amazing latte. My wife loved it. And here's the thing is, because I made this so dark over here, if you're making a mocha of some sort, cappuccino, latte, with chocolate, this is going to be really good because the dark roast is actually bringing out the chocolate flavors in this coffee, which makes it to where it's almost overbearing because of the fact that there's no like depth. There's no it's kind of like what you get from just the regular like the store, Starbucks, somewhere like that. But when you mix it with a light roast, the Costa Rican that I had done, it's perfect. So it adds just a little bit of depth and some character, and you can actually taste the different countries, like for real, in this coffee. I mean, I can. But that's because maybe I've been, tasting a lot of different coffees, and I kind of understand like what I'm expecting out of them now, just a little bit, not a whole bunch, just a little bit though. So my palate's starting to get used to the way all these different flavors kind of are expected in these different regions. interestingly enough. So I would say I'm not anywhere near like, professional like taste testers, I guess. But nonetheless, you can taste those differences in this roast and in this blend. So there you go. This one is roasted on 1/10/2026, and this one is on 12/20/2025, and it worked out really good. For me, it just seems like it's art, right? It's kind of hard to mess up a painting if you're really wanting to take the time to learn how to make it better. I don't know like all the different painting or artist terms and stuff, but I think this kind of relates to that a little bit, and it worked this time, so I like it. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know, if you mess up with your roast, you might have a way of salvaging it. Maybe try roasting again, but make that one light, right? And then mix the two. Maybe 50-50 would be fine. You might like it. But before you completely mix all of them, try mixing just like portions to where you can taste it, right? And maybe like, I don't know, maybe 40 grams. That way you can have 2 espressos or 2 lattes from each, of your trials or whatever, your experiments. And this is fun. Like, this is cool to do this kind of stuff. And I didn't realize that this could be like this kind of interesting. I thought that you're not allowed to really post blend light and dark. That didn't seem to make sense to me, because the pull is going to be different. And it did. Like the espresso pull did actually come out slower than what I thought it would because of the light roast, if that makes sense. So hopefully this video helps you guys in not being too scared to roast and try this new thing on your own if you want to. Look at me. I've been doing it for, I think, what, 6 or 7, maybe 8 months. So I'm not a pro, but I do it every single week. So not every day, but every week. And I roast probably twice a week, something like that. So maybe at most I'll roast maybe 7 times per month, maybe 6 times per month. And this roaster's actually held up pretty good. I'm surprised. I can get about maybe, if I'm just guessing, I don't know for sure, but like 30 roasts out of one of these. So that's actually kind of nice. And if you guys see a scar right here, it's from one of those Corona saws. I was cutting a tree and it landed right there. Oops, did not ever think that would happen, but that thing is sharp. So I almost had to go to the hospital, but didn't. Probably had to. Should have maybe. Anyway, my name is Mike. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, by the way, I'm on day 10 of day 30. No, day 10 of the 30-day challenge I've given myself to go ahead and post a video every single day for 30 days straight. And why is that? It's because I'm trying to make it to where something boring, something monotonous, something not exciting, something that almost loses purpose after a while. By itself, if I don't purposely go and look for ways to talk about something and just let life continue on and not really focus on something, I will instantly jump to one thing after another. Always looking for new ideas and thinking, man, I have such great ideas and nobody ever sees my great ideas, and I want to stop that. And I'm on a challenge to post every single day for 30 days and see what happens. And it's hard. There's always something that comes up. So always something that makes me want to stop posting. Always. And it's either I'm tired, life comes up, plans that I've forgotten about. Who knows? There's always something that comes up to make me want to just say, you know what? Maybe it's not that important, but it is. Like the feeling of this really isn't all that important. Like, not really. Come on, like, people like what they like. They like coffee. I don't need to talk about this over and over again or whatever it is. And that's the thing. And that's okay. All that might be true, but it's okay because you said you'd show up, right? You've got to trust yourself that you will allow yourself to be bored. And I'm talking to myself right now, to be bored but yet still show up. And I feel like that's part of it. Is my thing was always coming up with the new ideas and all that because of boredom. and not really knowing why I would jump to one thing to from one thing to another. So yeah, if you guys want to watch more and see more of what I have to talk about, I don't know what's coming up next. I just know that I have another 20 days and I have to keep coming up with stuff. So it's gonna hopefully keep getting better, I hope. So yeah. Anyway, I keep coming up with stuff like this, like crazy stuff like this. I would have never thought I would be blending a dark with a light roast and then calling it good, ever. Didn't ever have it. I never had the opportunity or the chance or the misfortune even to run out of propane in the midst of a roast before, and I did. And I get to share it here because of what I'm doing here now. So yeah, to help somebody else possibly be able to roast and not be too scared about it and be willing to mess things up. And actually, maybe not even it's because they're scared they wouldn't do this. Maybe it's because you just don't think that it's something you'd want to do. And I promise you, it's actually kind of fun. I didn't think that was really something I'd want to do ever, but it's fun. So, all right, my name is Mike. Again, subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.